I decided I sort of had to let go of it all. But you know how the old saying goes, there are some things that are better left unsaid. And what is that born out of? Right? Conflict. The differences among us, actually. And that is actually the two-edged sword, because we're all different aspects of the same all creation, right? So when you're equal unto all, because of how much purity of the eternal love that you feel in your heart for all creation, it's like being a parent. It really is. And then how you're going to reconcile amongst children, if you will, because you're the parent, your own children that are fighting amongst themselves, right? And so I was very aware of this, particularly amongst the clan and the tribal community, based on authority and labels that we give to each other, like I'm a shaman, I'm an admiral, I'm a captain, right? I'm the commander of the Earth Defense Forces. These are all signals intelligence of authority, because that's how children learn what authority is through their parents. I'm under your control. That's how it gets translated. Okay? Energy does not like to be controlled. Energy that is intelligent energy does not like to be controlled, because then it has an attachment to you, and how can it learn on its own? So when you start with a soul that's led by spirit, the spirit is the teacher. Now, okay? Our little child has a teacher of its own built in. That soul and that spirit are on a journey. Oh, so we're going to guide them along. Yes. Out of what love is. There is a spirit with that soul, so that soul can learn its lessons. It's on its own journey. We will assist it by showing them the love that we have for them, so that the spirit that was teaching us, which is what love is, because we are what love is, so that that child and that soul never experiences anything less than the spirit that is teaching that child what love is, which is what we are, because we learn through the same spirits. Wow. Yeah. Well, so you mean to tell me anywhere we go, we're always experiencing what love is and we're all free? That's precisely the point. That is the center point of perfect balance. Okay? So if you go back and look at all my previous videos and saw, if you were following along the story about authority, about control, what it means to be free, experience what love is, that's what frees us. So a little 4-year-old child was explaining this to my parents because I was a parent to my parents. Because everywhere I go, I'm experiencing trauma that is held in cellular memory on all the records. Man, Mama, there is a lot to cut through here. I don't know if we can cut through all this. Right? Like a hot butter knife. Captive farm animals. Hey, the herd, we'll herd them over into this corral. We'll monitor them. How many generations you want them to let them grow and see what they do? You know? Just like a lab experiment. You know, like in an aquarium. You know, you go down to a pet shop. Hey, let's put some water in here. We're going to put some fish in here, right? And now we got all the animals in cages and everything, right? Hey, we can breed them like rabbits. Hybridize the heck out of them, right? Everything's got to be under control, right? Because we're the ones that are controlling all this. Experimenting with this, let's experiment with this. Then you get into controlled experiments, then you get into uncontrolled experiments. It's really rather fascinating that I was even able to acknowledge by really doing the math at such an early age with my father's trade journals to realize there's Frankensteins here. They're playing with fire. Ooh, that fire might come back and burn your ass. You start doing the wrong things. You know, like touching a hot stove. Whoa. Whoa. There's spirit in that fire. Yeah. So you know what we use fire for, right? Purify. The spirit of fire purifies. As it naturally should. Because that's the spirit that can't be hacked. So we know how to light yourself on fire. That's a spirit that is in that light, that is a teacher. It can't be hacked. As my good friend Lay would say, choices. The choices we make. The pathway that we choose to learn through. That's really what it is. The spirit as the teacher. The spirit of fire that is in that light, that is in that water, that is in that earth, that is in that wind. Spirits are an energy everywhere. And when they're all working on behalf of the light, which is what love is, it goes on forever, then they're with the one law. We are the one law. And that makes it simple. So I simply want to thank everybody that participated with all their heart and soul, with all the spirit and fire they have within them, that have managed to make it through this. And bless all your hearts for all the sacrifices that everyone made on behalf of what love is. That's what I am. Take care. Be good to yourselves. Have a great, beautiful day. And the sun is out on the big island. The accelerator. The accelerator.